Hi everyone, my name is Cathy G. Johnson. I am a cartoonist, printmaker, and educator, and today what we are doing is I'm going to be unboxing the Wacom One creative pen display that I just got. Basically, this is a Wacom tablet, but it has a screen on the tablet itself. So it is like a Cintiq, however, this one is much more affordable. I'd say, I honestly have no idea, but I'd say this is sort of them trying to compete with iPads. So if you are a cartoonist or an illustrator, you might be somewhat familiar with this, with what has been happening. So there are Wacom Cintiqs, right, which are drawing displays with it's sort of like a dual monitor drawing display. What is going to happen very quickly in this video is it is going to be revealed how little technologically I'm not very technologically I'm not necessarily not smart. It's more like I am not interested in technology very much. That was part of why I thought this product was interesting, and I thought it would be much more useful for me. So essentially, to go back, so if you are in the illustration world, you probably know that, or even animation, that professional level of Cintiqs that can be quite large, can range in the $1,000 or more. I'm not even quite sure. Whenever I've looked them up, I've always been like, that's not for me. But they're very popular, right? A lot of people use them to create their finished work, and they use them because they have this dual monitor quality, and you can draw right onto the screen. And I've heard it's very convenient and it's awesome. And so what has been happening is that iPads, so Macintosh has been creating, no one calls it Macintosh anymore, Mac has been creating a sort of competition for that using their iPad. So their iPad, which is like $400, and then you need to get the Apple Pencil, which I believe is another $100. You can draw right onto the iPad, however you can't use Photoshop, you have to use Procreate. And so that has always been an issue for me because I have always been a Photoshop person. I learned Photoshop when I was in high school, which is now 15 years ago. So I've always had Photoshop since high school. It's always been worked for me. I really like it. So if you know anything about my artwork, I don't do straight digital from beginning to end. I use Photoshop as basically a tool to tweak traditional work, or sometimes I'll use Photoshop at the beginning to do sketches, and I'll complete it traditionally, or I'll do traditional work and edit in Photoshop. It's sort of a back and forth thing. And so I never thought the iPad would be a very effective tool for me because I want to be able to kind of work back and forth with traditional to digital and back again. And so the idea of Procreate and having to save it into Dropbox and go back and forth, and I heard that was like, maybe it's sort of slick, maybe I'll be corrected on this, but I felt like, knowing me and how I'm not technologically interested very much, I felt that would be a barrier for me using it, like really practically. Anything that really sort of it adds more steps between me and the finished artwork isn't a good idea, because it just means I'm just gonna I'd rather just do it traditionally or on my computer with Photoshop. So, but I've been really interested in Cintiqs, right? Because you can draw directly onto the display, and it plugs into your PC, so you can go directly into Photoshop, right? So that sort of took away, the iPad was never an option for me. Cintiqs sort of were expensive, right? And if that is your number one way that you create artwork, I think the investment was worth it. I'm not saying that you shouldn't invest in your work, right? I think you really should. I think sometimes the right tool is what is gonna get you there, and I think you should always try to go for the right tool. But for me, it just didn't feel like it was monetarily worth it, because I'm mostly a traditional artist. But I have been thinking about getting a Cintiq for years. I just like, it's like one of those thoughts where you're just like, it just keeps coming back. It keeps coming back over and over and over again. So I saw that they have released a $400 version, which is much more affordable for me. Seemed like it would make more sense for me. It wasn't such a huge step to try it out. So I wanted to show you what I've been using. I have just been using this little Wacom tablet. Essentially, I do it for drawing, thumbnails, for illustrations or prints. I'm doing thumbnails for a comic book, my upcoming graphic novel. Still a secret. I have started doing thumbnails for that using this guy directly into Photoshop. And you know, it served me well. I believe it was something like $80, something like that. It's been fine. I like that I can treat it badly. I like that it doesn't have a power plug, but it's time for an upgrade. So here we are. I am going to unbox the Wacom One. So here it is. So you'll see I got the only one. So I got this at Best Buy. I went to one Best Buy and they didn't have it. And then I went to a second Best Buy and they didn't have it either. But that second Best Buy helped me out by finding a third Best Buy. I bought it at the second Best Buy and then I went to the third Best Buy to pick it up. So I got a pretty dirty one. And I'm gonna say it's probably one of the last ones that are available in my area. So I'm okay with it being dirty. I also picked it up today. I did sanitize it, so keeping it safe. I'm gonna show you what the back looks like. So here's the back. It is a little bit annoying that they have this sticker here and it's covering up the system requirements. I did look up this product, so I know that my laptop is compatible with it, but that's a bit annoying. There's some barcode information on the bottom and then just regular display stuff on the sides. So it says here, connect your Wacom One to your computer and plug into power, install the latest driver, register Wacom One to download the software. So it looks like you lift up this piece. Okay. And in here, okay, this must be the actual tablet itself. Oh, yep. Ooh. Wow, look at that. Nice papery feel to the front. You know, this feels extremely familiar to the Bamboo. It feels just like a larger Bamboo. You know, it's not too heavy. It's not bad. I believe it's 2.2 pounds. I think that's what the website says, Wacom says. Wacom? Wacom? How do you pronounce it? Let's see, this is the pen, and it also came in that weird fabric-y paper stuff. And something I really like about this tablet, the Bamboo tablet, is that you can put your pen, yes, it fits in this one too, for traveling. So convenient. Okay. So it looks like this should be our cables. Yep, there we go. So we have a little startup description here with your wiring. Don't drop it or put it in water. Thank you very much. Way to change the nibs. Okay. HC adapter. And it looks like it comes with the AC adapter. It looks like it needs to be attached. Oh, there it is. Okay, look looks like it's empty. So that clicks in there. All right. And then is this permanently on there for me? Oh, why, thank you. There we are. That comes off. Good. There's that. And then this is one thing I saw on some of the reviews. Quite a lot of cabling required for this guy. Which I think is true for a lot of the Cintiqs as well. I don't think this is technically a Cintiq. I think this is a tablet, Wacom tablet. It's more affordable. Maybe I just didn't want to use the name. Keep that Cintiq exclusive, fancier. And let me just check. I think that's everything. There we go. That's everything. Alright. So it looks like this information, yeah, that's the same graphic. So I'm just going to set this aside. Alright. So here's everything that came in the box. The actual tablet. The cords. And the AC adapter. Let me look at these cords. Okay, trying to keep it convenient for travel. I like that. That's nice. That's permanently on there. So let's see. So this cabling looks like that's the HDMI and the USB-A. And then that is attached to, guessing this is the power. Yeah, this must be the power. It doesn't really show this in the picture, but that would make sense. It has this little guy right there, power, little lightning bolt. So that's how you can tell that's the power. It doesn't really show on the display, but, and then this looks like it is a USB-C. So if we look back on the Let's Get Started, plug it into your computer and into power, then install. Let's see. So this is connected. Yep, quite the octopus. All right. So it looks like that connects here. Is this? Oh, look at that. Interesting. It's like a cover. But this needs to go down to power, which I have down to the right of my desk here. Oh, that is annoying. Okay, let me show you. This power has to go this way. So if your surge protector, like me, is all facing this way, it's gonna cover up a couple of your surge and plugins. That is super annoying. I wish it was like this. Alright, so that's plugged in. And something I couldn't figure out with this is if it had a battery and could charge, or if it needed to be plugged in order to work. I think it's looking like it needs to be plugged in. Okay, so what I just did is here's the back. Can flip this back open. Interesting, so it looks like that is where they hide the nibs. And this one flips up too, but it looks like it's where they put the number for this machine, so I'm not gonna put that on, I'm not gonna show that to you guys. But you see it does flip. So there you go, so it has this nice tilted display to make drawing easier, which is pretty great, unlike this one that I regularly draw on a pillow, actually, to make it tilt. Okay, so I have it plugged in, and now let me grab my computer. So this is another key thing to keep in mind, is this needs an HDMI and a USB. I happen to have, when I bought my MacBook, I got my MacBook stolen out of my car. It's okay. And so I got a new laptop in 2017, and this MacBook is one of the last ones that the Mac store had available that had all of these plugs intact. So a lot of your MacBooks aren't going to have a USB and a HDMI. They might have some sort of Thunder cable. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I'm not a techie person. I thought maybe that's why this might be interesting to some people, because to have a non-techie person trying this out. What you do need to make sure that you have some capability to plug these in, obviously. So I happen to have that. Because you know what? My recommendation when you're buying tech is try to make it as capable as possible. Okay. So I plugged that in, and my MacBook, the screen for my MacBook kind of flickered a little bit, and I'm thinking that means that it registered this as a video display. How do you turn this on? Oh, there we go. We got a button right here. Oh, look at that. Did this automatically do a double screen? Let me see if I move over here. Oh, it did. Let me lower this. Is that better for you? So what it did is it did a dual screen. So let me show you. Well, let me close what I'm working on. 'Cause it's a secret. It's a secret. So I'm gonna take this Photoshop. I'm gonna try moving it to the right of my screen. I think it should. Yeah, there it is. Now, well, it's easier for you when it's flat. It's easier for me when it's angled. Nope. I gotta download a driver. Right now it's just a dual monitor. Okay, let's see. Let me install the latest driver, wacom.com/download. All right, I'm looking at Wacom One. Hey, I think this is functional. I thought this was only going to be good on my laptop, but I think it's actually going to work on my desktop too. Okay, let's see. Downloading now. Looks like it's going to download in 30 seconds. That's actually kind of whipping by. Done. I'm going to have to restart to get the software going. So here's my computer restarting. Okay, now it's restarting. There it is. There we go. All right, so let me just show you what I'm seeing now. Wacom One Creative Pen Display. Get started, start. Right click with the pen. Click. Customize your settings. Access the Wacom desktop to customize your pen button and other settings. Alright, okay. Register your device. I am going to register, sign in, and create a Wacom ID to start the process. Desktop center. I'm going to do that, not now, but I'll do that later. And there we are, we're complete. That took me a few tries. It's a little bit small and picky, so I know it's better for you guys when it's not angled. It's better for me angled. This isn't bad. I'm gonna launch Photoshop. There it is. Okay. So here's that. So one thing is to remember you need to keep your key board handy because for all your shortcuts. Oh, look at that. I want to be able to press lighter than what it's set right now. So here's my system preferences. Wacom tablet has a tip feel thing here. So I'm going to see, this is how I want to draw. So I'm going to say tip feel very soft. Because that is my bad. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, that's much better. I wonder if I want to have a protection. So you see it doesn't work with my finger, it only works with the pen. Wonder if I want to get a protective cover for this. Oh, this is already so much nicer than what I had before. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, I see why this is really popular. Oh, this is very nice. Oh, I'm happy. Oh wow, this already feels like a good investment. I can't believe I waited years. Sorry, I'm not trying very hard. I'm just really excited. Alright, there you have it. The Wacom One. Not bad. That update, I say I've been sitting here filming for about half an hour. Not bad. I've already started drawing with it. That makes me very happy. That was not complicated at all whatsoever. But wowie zowie. Wacom One. So there you have it. I think I started filming 40 minutes ago. This didn't take that long. And I already love it. I understand. It's already so much more intuitive than this one, which I always sort of had a hard time with drawing, because you have to draw in one spot and then look in a different spot, and so there's a little bit of a disconnect, and I've been using this for years, so I honestly had no idea how much more fun and intuitive it made. So much more sense to me, especially as me as a traditional artist, to just look at directly where I'm drawing. It was fast. This pen speed, there's not any delay that I really noticed, because I know sometimes it could be a bit of a delay from where your pen stroke was, right? You don't want that. So I am going to look into maybe some sort of screen protector for it, because it feels like there's a lot of scratching that goes on. I don't see anything on it, obviously. I think that would be maybe something that would happen over time. This is pure speculation, but I'm going to kind of look into that, see what it's about. But I'm already super happy with it, and I'm going to start drawing. So if you're like me and you haven't been sure if you really want to spring for the Cintiq, for the Cintiq Pro that's big, $600, whatever it is, if that has always been a little bit too much for you and you're not even sure if you're going to want it, this was a great option for me. Also wanted to mention that it fits really neatly into this laptop case that I already had. So it fits just perfectly right in there. So that is something that is really convenient and great, just to keep that surface nice. I'm already really happy with it. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Cathy G. Johnson. Bye! Okay guys, I've been messing around with it a little bit more since I cut the camera, and I just wanted to show you can, so if you are like an iPad user, you can use this. You can change the display so it's 90 degrees. So you see this whole thing is Photoshop. Let me zoom in for you. So you can draw on the whole thing from top to bottom, which would be really nice if you're doing a comic book page so you can see it and it's not stuck in horizontal. I just wanted to show you guys that, which is really cool. I'm already discovering all sorts of other stuff that I really love about it, so I just want to turn it on and say that to you again. Alright, bye for real this time. Bye.